Howdy, howdy. I'm back now. There was some sort of there was some sort of glitch, but that's how this works. But if my folks out there would send me a text that it's back up on Facebook and YouTube, I'm going to assume that it is, and we'll just keep on with that. And after after the Facebook we make sure that it's on both, then we'll just pretend like I didn't have to scramble right there. So this is tonight. Let's see. All right. Tonight is songs to make you smile, to bring you a smile. I've spent a lot of my time doing songs that are about sweet relatives in heaven, but tonight is more a little bit more lighthearted, I think. So I'm going to do one of the songs that I learned when I lived at the Shea Coffee House in Columbia, Missouri. Um, the Shea was a great place to learn music and to make lifelong friends. I was one of six musicians, and we had one photographer who lived there, but seven of us lived at the Shea Coffee House, and we worked and we did programming. And this is one of the songs that I learned when I was a young man. It's called the San Francisco Bay Blues, and I'm gonna send this out to my friends in the Bay Area and my dear friend Alan, who is not not doing well, but he's getting better every day. Hosanna, Alan Hosanna, we're pulling for you and we love you. So the San Francisco Bay Blues. I got the blues when my baby let me down by the Frisco Bay. An ocean liner came and took her away. I didn't mean to treat her so bad. She was the best gal I ever had. Said goodbye, I'd like to cry. Gonna lay down my head and die. Well, I ain't got a nickel and I ain't got a lousy dime. If she don't come back, I think I'll lose my mind. If she ever comes back to stay, it's gonna be another brand new day. Walking with my baby down by the San Francisco Bay. I'm sitting out there on my front porch. I got nowhere to go. The girl I'm so crazy about, she don't love me no more. I take a fast freight train 'cause I'm feeling blue. Gonna ride to the end of the line, thinking only of you, woo woo. Meanwhile in another city, just about to go insane. I heard my baby call me the way she used to call my name. If she ever comes back to stay, it's gonna be another brand new day. Walking with my baby down by the San Francisco Bay. I got the blues when my baby left me down by the Frisco Bay. Ocean liner came and took her away. I didn't mean to treat her so doggone bad. She was the best gal I ever had. I said goodbye, I'd like to cry. Gonna lay down my head and die. Well, I ain't got a nickel and I ain't got a lousy dime. If she don't come back, I will lose my mind. If she ever comes back to stay, gonna be another brand new day. Walking with my baby down by the San Francisco Bay. I got the blues when my baby left down by the Frisco Bay. An ocean liner came and took her away. I didn't mean to treat so doggone bad. She was the best gal I ever had. She said goodbye, I'd like to cry. Gonna lay down my head and die. Ain't got a nickel and I ain't got a lousy dime. Walking the night. She don't come back, I think I'll lose my mind. If she ever comes back to stay, it's gonna be another brand new day. Walking with my baby down by the San Francisco Bay, not the Missouri River. Walking with my baby down by the San Francisco Bay, not the Atlantic Ocean. Walking with my baby, talking with my baby, walking with my baby down by the San Francisco Bay. Oh, when I would do that with the coffee house, what is it? The crowd would go mild. No, the Shea Coffee House was my introduction to really performing. Now, before I lived at the coffee house, I did uh, my first show that I ever did was with a trio. It was me and two guys, and we all played guitars, and we all strummed guitars like. We knew three songs, and so we played those three songs, and the manager of the club came up and said, "That's enough." And we were actually pretty lucky because we didn't feel like we should repeat those three songs. But I've had a good time ever since making music. So I'm going to do a song that I've done for a long time. And I learned it from the playing of John Jackson. John Jackson was a wonderful guitar player. He was a gravedigger by trade. He lived in Virginia, in the Metro D.C. area, and he had a beautiful Tidewater accent, and he used to play this out of D shape. I worked it out of C shape. So this is the Chump Man Blues. Went down to the river, went down to the river, thought that I would take a jump. I went to the river to take me a great big jump. Once I was a wise man, my baby made me a chum. Going up the country, going up the country, baby, don't you want to go? I'm going up the country through the sleet and snow. Well, I'd leave right now, but I don't got sufficient clothes. Went down to the river, went down to the river, thought that I would take a jump. I went to the river to take me a great big jump. Once I was a wise man, my babe made me a chum. hear the whistle blow. I hear the whistle blow, blowing down the railroad track. I hear the whistle blowing down the railroad track. When I get on board, I ain't a coming back. Went down to the river, went down to the river, thought that I would take a jump. I went to the river to take me a great big jump. Once I was a wise man, my baby made me a chump. Jumpman Blues. Now, one of the things I love about making music for my living is I love to travel and I love to meet folks and I love to see old friends and make new friends. It's a great way to make a living and it's a great way to make a good life. And so I was playing a show in Charlottesville, Pennsylvania, and it was an outdoor show. And when I got done, a woman came up to me, and I couldn't really tell her age, but she looked like she was in her late 60s, early 70s, and she had on these beautiful white summer linen pants and an orange and yellow top, and she just looked great. And she came up, and I just love the fact she came right up to me and she said, "I love your program." I said, "Well, thank you." She said, "I'm Betty." I said, "Well, hi, Betty." And she said, "I'm a yodeler." And I said, "Well, that's funny. I yodel too." She said, "My key is A." And so I got into A on the guitar and we yodeled a little bit as yodelers do when they get together. And I so I kept Betty the memory of that sweet little interchange with me. Um, the other part of this story is that uh, when I do my holiday cheer tours each year with April Verge, we try and have new material every year, so we're not just doing the same show for the audiences year after year. And I was looking to write sort of a humorous song with a holiday theme, and the daughters in my family, I drive them crazy because I am hard to buy for. I don't know if any of you out there, fellows who are watching, have turned into your dad, but I have turned into my dad. I am hard to buy for, and I say things like, "Well, I don't need anything. Uh, I don't want anything." So I started thinking about Betty, and I started thinking about being basically my old dad, and I came up with this. At Christmas time, I realize I've turned into my dad. Shopping for me always seems to make my children mad. They roll their eyes when I tell them I don't need a single thing. So they wrote to Santa and they told him about how I love to sing. On Christmas Eve I read to them from good old Clement Moore and his visit from St. Nicholas and presents by the score. I tucked them in, I sat down in my chair there by the fire, and I dozed until I heard what sounded like a Christmas choir. An envelope was on my lap, and the cookies all were gone. A note addressed to me said, "Hope you like your Christmas song. Your children tell me that you are a man with everything, so your Santa present this year is the gift of yodeling. Santa brought me a yodel for Christmas. He brought it on his sleigh. Santa brought me a yodel for Christmas. I thank the kids for sending the best letter ever sent. I ran through the house that morning, yodeled everywhere I went. I ran outside and I yodeled up into the clear blue sky, which made my neighbors shout, "Thanks, you just made the baby cry." I yodeled high, I yodeled low, I yodeled every key. I yodeled once, I yodeled twice, and then I yodeled three. I yodeled like old Slim Whitman and the sons of the pioneers. And I yodeled through some laughter, and I yodeled through some tears. Two-syllable Christmas words began to spring to mind. Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, all of those worked fine. Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blitzen, all of those worked too. But the best of all was Rudolph singing yodelee-hoo. Now out there, you're all on your own. Nobody can hear you. Yodel with me. Santa brought me a yodel for Christmas. He brought it on his sleigh. Santa brought me a yodel for Christmas, so I can yodel Christmas Day. Oh, holy night, shine down on me. There you have it. Happy holidays. We won't bring that one out again until probably late November of 2024. Um, in my duo with April Birch, we have very few rules. We get along really well. We have very few rules, but one rule is that I am not allowed to warm up Santa Brought Me a Yodel in the car on our road trips. So um, I think it might be time for a little recitation. Um, I love I love cowboy poetry. Now, there are some folks I know who do not like they don't like cowboy music, and that's fine. But I thought that I would give a little rendering of a poem from Wally McCrae, the great cowboy poet, and it's called "The Cowboy's Reincarnation." What is reincarnation? A cowboy asked his friend. Well, it starts, his old pal says, when your life comes to an end. They wash your neck and comb your hair and clean your fingernails, and they put you in a padded box away from life's travails. Now, the box and you goes in a hole that's been dug into the ground, and reincarnation starts in when you're planted beneath that mound. The clods melt down, just like the box, and you who are inside, and that is when you're beginning your transformation ride. And then, the grass will grow upon that hallowed ground until one day upon that spot a lonely flower is found. And then a horse may wander by and graze upon that flower that once was you but has now become your vegetative bower. Now the flower that the hoss done et, along with his other feed, form muscle and bone and fat, essential to the steed. But there's a part that he can't use, and so it passes through, and there it lies upon the ground, this thing that once was you. And if by chance I should happen by and look upon the ground, I'll stop a while, and I'll ponder on this object I have found, and I will think of reincarnation and life and death and such, and come away concluding, why, you ain't changed all that much. Cowboy's Reincarnation from Wally McRae. I know that I brought the banjo out. Sometimes it's like a it sounds more like a threat than anything else. But here's the banjo, and play Rocky Island. I learned it from a lot of sources, including Grigsby and Tarleton from Mountain Music of Kentucky, and Ralph Stanley used to play this. I always loved the fact that Ralph Stanley, even though he played three-finger banjo, sometime during every show, he would play clawhammer banjo because that's the old style banjo that his mother used to play, and I always loved that about Ralph. Rocky Island. I will ride the big old mare and you can ride the road. You get there before I do, you leave my girl alone. I'm going to Rocky Island, oh honey ho. You see my candy darling, you know I love her so. Peaches in the summertime, apples in the fall. If I don't get the one I love, I won't hit me at all. I'm going to Rocky Island, ho, honey, ho. See my candy darling, you know I love her so. I wanna ride the big old mare, you can ride the road. You get there before I do, my girl alone. I'm going to Rocky Island, ho, honey, ho. See my candy darling, you know I love her so. I went up on the mountain, fell over on my knees. I thought I'd laugh myself to death to hear that gander sneeze. Ah, ha, ha, I'm going to Rocky Island, oh, oh. See my candy darling, you know I love her so. Oh, oh, oh. There you go. I've got my little meter here, and I can tell that when I play the banjo, it pegs out really quick. So if that was a little distorted, my apologies, but that's part of what having a banjo is all about, isn't it? Somebody mentioned in the little chat on Facebook that they liked my finger picking. And here's one that I have done for a long time, and most of my version comes from Jorma Kaukonen. But then I heard other folks play it around, and I've played it most of my life, and we'll play it for you. Hesitation Blues. hesitation stockings, hesitation shoes. Oh Lordy Lord, I got the hesitation blues. How long do I have to wait? Can I get you now? Must I hesitate? I was walking down the street trying to sell some coal. My baby's round the corner selling all of her jelly roll. How long do I have to wait? Can I get you now, or must I hesitate? Well, a nickel's worth a nickel, a dime is worth a dime. I've got several children round the house, not one of them is mine. How long do I have to wait? Can I get you now? Must I hesitate? I got the hesitation stockings, hesitation shoes. Oh Lordy Lord, I got the hesitation blues. How long do I have to wait? Can I get you now? Must I hesitate? Can I get you now? Or must I hesitate? So there you have it. Um, I I had someone remark today that they were worried that I was pushing too hard on PayPal and Venmo. And here's what I think about that. Y'all know that I am a musician and that I'm doing this so I can stay in one spot during the month. And so I'm not going to apologize for asking if you feel so moved for a PayPal or Venmo donation. PayPal, you can email, you can go to PayPal and look at js.newberry@gmail.com, or um, you can find me on Venmo at sign at Joseph Newberry 3, and Newberry's with two R's, at Joseph Newberry 3. So that's my pitch. And Tracy Elliott, thank you. Don't apologize. You're a pro. I just want to make sure that y'all know that this was something that I started back in the pandemic, and it kept me going, and I appreciate it. Any donation, or if you don't want to do that and you just want to enjoy the music and clap your hands and sing along, that's fine too. But anyway, that it got me thinking today, and that's never my intent. So anyway, um, I'm gonna do a song that I grew up with, and it's the Devil's Nine Questions. And I like this. I like this song because it's one of the oldest songs that I know, and it's the devil comes and asks a maiden questions, and she beats him and outfoxes him every time, and I really like that. So I'm going to think back about growing up, and I'm going to think about my family singing, and I'm going to sing for you the Devil's Nine Questions. Now you must answer me questions nine. Sing 99 and 90, or I'll take you off to hell alive. And who is the weaver's Bonnie? What is whiter than milk? Sing 99 and 90, and what is softer than silk? And who is the weaver's Bonnie? She says, snow is whiter than milk. Sing 99 and 90, and down is softer than silk. And I am the weaver's Bonnie. What is higher than a tree? Sing 99 and 90, and what is deeper than the sea? And who is the weaver's Bonnie? Heaven is higher than a tree. Sing 99 and 90, and hell is deeper than the sea. And I am the weaver's Bonnie. What is louder than a horn? Sing 99 and 90, and what is sharper than a thorn? And who is the weaver's Bonnie? Thunder is louder than a horn. Sing 99 and 90, and death is sharper than a thorn. And I am the weaver's Bonnie. What is more innocent than a lamb? Sing 99 and 90, and who is meaner than all mankind? And who is the weaver's Bonnie? A babe is more innocent than a lamb. Sing 99 and 90, and the devil is meaner than all mankind. And I am the weaver's Bonnie. Now you have answered my questions 9. Sing 99 and 90, you have good bone and none of mine. And you are the weaver's Bonnie. Here you go. Hello, Gaston. It's so good to hear you. Gaston is all the way from Cape Breton. And wow, that's one of the things I love about doing these shows is I hear from folks near and far. Hello, Mitch Kokai, and hello, Tracy Elliott, and hello, Emily Ryan. Those are the folks that I can see just right there on the little screen. This is Pete Seeger. I love this song that Pete used to sing. He used to play it on the banjo, but I've been having a good time on guitar, just strummy strum. How do I know my youth is all spent? I get up and go, has got up and went. In spite of it all, I sit back and grin and think of the places my get up has been. Old age is golden, so I've heard said, but sometimes I wonder as I crawl into bed with my ears in a drawer, my teeth in a cup, my eyes on the table until I wake up. Sleep dims my vision, I say to myself, is there anything else I can lay on the shelf? Though nations are warring and business is vexed, we'll still stick around to see what happens next. How do I know my youth is all spent? Get up and go, has got up and went. In spite of it all, I sit back and grin and think of the places my get up has been. When I was younger, my slippers were red. I could kick up the heels right over my head. When I was older, my slippers were blue, but still I could dance the whole night through. Now I am old, my slippers are black. I huff to the store and I puff my way back. But never you laugh, I don't mind at all. I'd rather be huffing than not puff at all. How do I know my youth is all spent? I get up and go, has got up and went. In spite of it all, I sit back and grin. Think of the places my get up has been. I get up each morning, I dust off my wits. I open the paper and read the obits. If I'm not there, I know I'm not dead, so I eat a good breakfast and go back to bed. How do I know my youth is all spent? I get up and go, has got up and went. In spite of it all, I sit back and grin and think of the places my get up has been. Well, Maggie, thank you for your comment, and I know that I'm trying to give good value, but I appreciate that, and I'm not going to apologize for saying Venmo or PayPal, and at the end of the broadcast, I'll give those numbers again. So hello Lisa, and hello Cynthia Johnson, and hello Rena. Oh, it's so great to wow. I love the fact that folks are popping up from all over the country and around the world. And I'm going to go back to banjo in just a second. But first, I'm going to do a song that I learned from Wade Maynor. Wade Maynor was part of Maynard's Mountaineers, and he and his brother had a band in the 30s, and then Wade went up in the early 40s, actually before World War II. He moved to Flint, Michigan, and Wade took North Carolina with him. He never stopped being from North Carolina. He just had a different zip code. But Wade worked in um, the auto plants, and then when World War II came in, Mr. Maynard started building tanks. And then when the war was over, he started back building cars that looked like tanks. And so I learned this from him when he was 93 years old. Um, he came to a class I was teaching at the Augusta Heritage Center. He was a two-finger banjo player, and I played clawhammer, and we had a ball talking about the differences in banjo and but he was an amazing entertainer. Um, he lived to be 104, but I learned this from him at the relatively young age of 93. And hey, Mary Beth Tessini Hoover. So this is called Sit Down. Look at those people that are dressed in white. Sit down. Look at those people dressed in white. Sit down. Look at those people that are dressed in white. They look like the children of the Israelites. I'm gonna sit down. You say I can't sit down. Sit down. Oh, I can't sit down. Sit down. You know I can't sit down. I just got to heaven and I've got to walk around. Look at those people that are dressed in red. Sit down. those people dressed in red. Sit down. Look at those people that are dressed in red. They look like the band that Moses led. Sit down. I can't sit down. Would you sit down? Ooh, I can't sit down. Brother, sit down. I can't sit down. I just got to heaven and I've got to walk around. Look at those people that are dressed in blue. Sit down. Look at those people dressed in blue. Sit down. Look at those people that are dressed in blue. Swear you're working on a building too. Sit down. Well, you can't sit down. I'm saying sit down. You say you can't sit down. Sit down. You say you can't sit down. Oh, you just got to heaven and you got to walk around. Look at those people that are dressed in black. Sit down. Look at those people dressed in black. Sit down. Say a prayer for us people that are dressed in black. Our souls are lost, we might not be back. Sit down. You say you can't sit down. Telling you sit down. You say you can't sit down. Lordy, sit down. You say you won't sit down. You just got to heaven and you got to walk around. Oh, you just got to heaven and you got to walk around. Newberry time on the program. Newberry family song time. I don't even know. I grew up in a singing family, and so when we would get together after I started playing guitar, I would play at all of our functions. And the reason that I started playing guitar really was to learn how to back up my family singing these songs. And this one was usually done a cappella, but you can't get to heaven. You don't use it. You can't get to. All right, so we'll do this in the key of E if you're following. You can't get to heaven on roller skates. You'll roll right by those pearly gates. You can't get to heaven on roller skates. You'll roll right by those pearly gates. I ain't gonna grieve my Lord no more. Well, I ain't gonna grieve my Lord no more. I ain't gonna grieve my Lord no more. I ain't gonna grieve my Lord no more. If you get to heaven before I do, bore a hole and pull me through. If you get to heaven before I do, just bore a hole and pull me through. I ain't gonna grieve my Lord no more. Well, I ain't gonna grieve my Lord no more. I ain't gonna grieve my Lord no more. I ain't gonna grieve my Lord no more. Every time I sing this next verse, I hear my dad's voice in mine, and I'm going to sing it just like Dad would. He gave it lots of good value. So if you never had the chance to meet Jim Newberry, here it is. You can't get to heaven in a rocking chair. Gotta get on your knees and say a prayer. You can't get to heaven in a rocking chair. Get on your knees and say a prayer. I ain't gonna grieve my Lord no more. Well, I ain't gonna grieve my Lord no more. I ain't gonna grieve my Lord no more. I ain't gonna grieve my Lord no more. If you get to heaven before I do, tell my darling mother that I'm coming too. If you get to heaven before I do, tell my mother I'm coming too. I ain't gonna grieve my Lord no more. Well, I ain't gonna grieve my Lord no more. Ain't gonna grieve my Lord no more. Ain't gonna grieve my Lord no more. I ain't gonna grieve my Lord no more. Ain't gonna grieve my Lord no more. Ain't gonna grieve my Lord no more. There you go. I had not thought about doing this, um, but gosh, my dad and his brothers and sisters used to sing this. Um, and I'm sure it was a church camp song or something they learned in Sunday school or Scouts. But and I have no idea where it is, so I'm just going to do it just like we were sitting around the old Newberry campfire built in the gravel on the gravel driveway with all of my cousins and my aunts and uncles sitting around singing. Oh, the game took place on Sunday in heaven's own backyard, with Jesus playing quarterback and Moses playing guard. The angels in the bleachers, my Lord, how they did yell when Jesus scored a touchdown against the boys from Stay with God. Stay with God. Jesus on the 10-yard line and Jesus doing mighty fine. Stay with God. Stay with God. Holcomb, pokum, Jesus soak 'em. Stay with God. That's it. I'm going to pick up the banjo before people ring off. How could you sing that song? So let me tell you a little bit about what's going to happen. We're going to go for about another 10 minutes, and then I'll be done for this week. And then um, next week is going to be a all request show. So, and I don't have enough, I don't have it together enough to look at all of the requests. So what I'm going to do is I'll put out a little survey on Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday, and I'll keep asking, what would you like to hear? And hopefully it would be something that I know, so I don't have to learn it up. Uh, if you want to try and stump me, you can send in a genre or a topic, and even if I don't know the song that you're asking for, we'll try and play Stump the Chump. But for those of you who follow me and those of you who know my music, if you want to hear a specific song, if you want to hear a song about if you want to hear a song about my sweet relatives up there in heaven, if you want to hear one of my songs that the Gibson brothers have recorded, or my friend Val Mendel and Emily Miller, or folks that if you want to hear something that I've written with Lauderdale, with Mike Compton, or with Tim Stafford or Rick Lang, just let me know, and I'll be sending out a little um, survey, and you can find that on my Facebook page, and if you follow me on Twitter, I'll put it there as well. So anyway, I'm going to do something from Charlie Poole, the great Charlie Poole. All right. I have a friend that I drove across the Midwest with, and we were trying to learn this, and we kept messing up every time. And I finally got the roll of the words, and then we both got it, and we sang it together ever after. Frank and Johnny were sweethearts. They had a quarrel one day. Johnny vowed he'd leave her. He said he was going away, never coming home. Gone away to Rome. Frank, she begged and she pleaded, oh, my Johnny, please stay. Oh, my honey, I've done you long. Please don't go away. Johnny cried as Frankie sighed. He said, I'm going away, I'm going to stay, never coming home. You're gonna miss me, honey, in the days to come, when the winds begin to blow, the ground's covered up, and when you think of the way you're gonna wish me back, your loving man. You're gonna miss me, honey, in the day they say to come. Frankie said to her, Johnny, man, your hour done come. 'Cause underneath her silk kimono, she drew her 44 gun. These love affairs are hard to bear. Johnny fled down the stairway, crying, Frankie, don't shoot. Frankie took aim with the 44, 5 times went rooty toot toot. Johnny fell as Frankie yelled, I'm going away, I'm going to stay, never coming home. You're gonna miss me, honey, in the days to come, when the winds begin to blow, the ground is covered up, and when you think of the way you're gonna wish me back, your loving man. You're gonna miss me, honey, in the day they say to come. Send for your rubber-tired hearses, send for your rubber-tired hacks. Carry Johnny to the graveyard, Lord, I've shot him in the back with a great big gun. As the preacher begun, send for some policeman to take me right away. Lock me down in the dungeon cell and throw away the key. My Johnny's dead. Because he said, I'm going away, I'm going to stay, never coming home. You're gonna miss me, honey, in the days to come, when the winds begin to blow, the ground is covered up, and when you think of the way you're gonna wish me back, your loving man. You're gonna miss me, honey, in the day they say to come. I'm going away, I'm going to stay, never coming home. You're gonna miss me, honey, in the days to come, when the winds begin to blow, the ground is covered up, and when you think of the way you're gonna wish me back, your loving man. You're gonna miss me, honey, in the day they say to come. We got time for a couple more, and I'm going to do the guitar of the week. My friends at Harry's Guitar. Harry's Guitar for all your needs. If you want to grow music, they've got the seeds. Here's a 0028. That is a pretty sounding guitar right there. Let the snow fall around my head, I've got a frozen water bed from singing those deep winter blues. You can tell that old man Santa Claus to stay away from me, because I got them deep winter blues. gonna let that ring for a little while. Man, what a great guitar! What a great guitar! Um, I need to thank Harry's Guitars and Mike and Scott for allowing me to do this every week. It is it's a what a blessing to have good friends, good friends helping me out, and to all of my friends who have donated it over the last month. We, like I said, we've got one more to go next week, and so I will say that it's we've got one more week next week, and then my PayPal and Venmo. I'll tell you that information one more time, and then when I repost, I'll put it into the comments section. But you can go to PayPal and find me at js.newberry@gmail.com. That's a way to find me there. Or Venmo is the @ at Joseph-Newberry-3. Venmo sort of, it's Joseph is my in trouble name, so it's still a little disconcerting to see, but at Joseph-Newberry-3. So I'm gonna end up with Lazy John. Lazy John is one of those great songs that people add verses to. So my friend Brad Leftwich added a verse. I've added verses. Yeah. We're gonna dance Saturday night. We're gonna dance till the broad daylight. Then I'll walk my baby back home. Why don't you go away, Lazy John? Lazy John, Lazy John. Oh, get your day's work all done. You're in the shade and I'm in the sun. Why don't you get away, Lazy John? Every night when I go home, it's peas in the pot and an old jawbone. Here today, tomorrow gone. Why don't you go away, Lazy John? Lazy John, Lazy John. Get your day's work all done. You're in the shade and I'm in the sun. Why don't you get away, Lazy John? I got a girl who lives in the town. Her hair is curly and her eyes are brown. My heart says stay, my feet say run. What'll I do, oh Lazy John? Lazy John, Lazy John. Get your day's work all done. You're in the shade and I'm in the sun. Why don't you get away, Lazy John? We're gonna dance like it's Saturday night. Not going home till the broad daylight. Shine my shoes, I'll see my hun. Why don't you go away, Lazy John? Lazy John, Lazy John. Get your day's work all done. You're in the shade and I'm in the sun. Why don't you get away, lazy John? Lazy John, lazy John, get your day's work all done. You're in the shade, I'm in the sun. Why don't you get away, lazy John? Thank you, everybody. So until next week, in the words of our dear late friend Clyde Johnson, that's all for now, friends. That's all we got. So until next week, we'll say goodbye, good luck, God bless you. Don't worry too much about nothing because everything ain't going to be all right no how. We'll see you next time. Take care, everybody.